what is NST? Non-stress test. Very good. These two are different, NST or CTG. What is NST? What is CTG? What is the difference? Non-stress test. These two are almost same. One is done antepartum and one is done intrapartum. Which one is intrapartum? Intrapartum means during labor. Which one is done during labor? As the name suggests, TOCO. TOCO means contraction. That means CTG is done during labor. And NST, non-stress, there is no stress present. It is done without any stress and it is done antenatally, antepartum, not during labor, before labor. That is NST. In earlier times, one test was used to be done, OCT, oxytocin challenge test. They used to give oxytocin to the patient and contraction was induced, and then cardiotography was done and the results were seen if there is any deceleration according to that or not. There are certain components of the CTG. It is the graphical representation of the fetal heart rate and it is the interpretation of the fetal cardiac activity during labor, mainly during labor. Why it is done? Because as we know, every fetus is designed to cope. There are certain mechanism in the fetus so that he can or she can cope during labor, during the contraction. Every fetus will have his own unique physiological reserve modified by antenatal intrapartum risk factors. Like what are the risk factors? Like patient is having high blood pressure, patient is having raised blood sugar or IUGR. So these are can modify the physiological changes in the fetus or the mechanism to cope with the contraction. How it is done, as you can see, it is presented in our labor room. I will show in the last. I will show you in the last about the. Have you seen it in the labor room? There is one CTG machine in the labor room. There is two sensors. One is topo sensor and one is ultrasound for the fetal heart. There is one ultrasound sensor, and this is the machine that is known as cardiotocograph. Okay, CTG recording is taken on this paper. How it is done? The topo sensor is placed on the fundus where the maximum contraction can be felt. Fundus. जब भी अगर when you are monitoring the patient in during labor in labor room, where you will place your hand for maximum contraction, how you will monitor contraction of the uterus? You will place your hand on the fundus. The maximum contraction is monitored on the fundus. That's why we place the topo sensor on the fundus. Okay. And where the ultrasound transducer or ultrasound sensor is placed? कहाँ place करते हैं? Where the maximum or the fetal heart sound is well audible. कहाँ पे audible होगा well? सबसे best around the shoulder of the baby, shoulder of the fetus, around back of the shoulder. Which side? Right or left? Left shoulder. Yes. So, अगर if the baby is left occipito anterior, so where the fetal heart sound will be best audible? Left occipito anterior. Left occipito anterior. कहाँ पे best audible होगा? Left occipito anterior means कि fetal occiput is here. तो इस साइड में होगा उसका right shoulder, इस साइड में होगा left shoulder. ये head है, ये occiput है. तो या इस साइड होगा तुम्हारा राइट शोल्डर, इस साइड होगा लेफ्ट शोल्डर. ठीक है, लेफ्ट साइड हार्ट होता है तो बेस्ट ऑडिबल होगा यहाँ पे. दैट इज लेफ्ट स्पाइनो-अम्बिलिकल लाइन. स्पाइनो-अम्बिलिकल मींस ASIS, लाइन कनेक्टिंग टू ASIS थ्रू अम्बिलिकस. उस लाइन पे ऑडिबल होगा लेफ्ट साइड, slightly lower side. So first we will localize the fetal heart sound where it is best possible, best audible. Then we will place this ultrasound sensor over that place. Here it is in the midline, but normally it is on the left side or right side. Normally it is placed either of the side according to the position of the fetus. This is the tocodynamometer, which monitors the uterine contraction. Okay, and this is the ultrasound device which transmits the fetal heart sound. how the fetal heart rate is controlled, okay, by different mechanism. As you know, the fetus, as normal human being, you have studied that all human beings have some sympathetic system and parasympathetic system, and these two manage the fetal heart rate, okay. Whenever like parasympathetic system is stimulated, right, vagal stimulus is there, then it will cause, what it will cause? Bradycardia. And if systemic sympathetic system is stimulated, it will cause tachycardia. And these two will stimulate the chemoreceptor and baroreceptor accordingly, and that will change the fetal heart rate. That's why there is variability in the fetal heart rate due to this balance between the two, sympathetic and parasympathetic system. And there is obviously CNS, and as you know, there is pacemaker in the SN node, conduction bundle, AV node. The baroreceptor monitors the changes in the fetal blood pressure. If the blood pressure changes, the baroreceptor gets stimulated and it will cause the bradycardia. Baseline fetal heart rate is the sum result of all these factors. These all balance and cause the basal or baseline heart rate. Baseline variability, how it occurs? Due to integration of both sympathetic and parasympathetic input. And also according to gestational age, like the ANS system, your autonomic nervous system, when it gets matured in the fetus. अगर तुम 20 वीक्स में CTG करोगे तो आ जाएगा? नहीं आएगा, because the premature fetus, their ANS system is not well developed. You will not get proper recording of the CTG or the NST. It matures after 32 weeks. Before 32 weeks, you will not be able to get proper CTG monitoring, because the ANS system तो पढ़ा होगा physiology में, sympathetic parasympathetic system, that matures after 32 weeks. That's why in premature fetuses, you will not be able to interpret the CTG properly. A well oxygenated fetus demonstrate a stable baseline and variability. अब एक एक करके हम लोग पढ़ेंगे कि क्या क्या होता है. देखो, normally what happens in fetus, due to hypoxia, if fetal hypoxia occurs, it causes decrease in PO2 and increase in PCO2. That can cause metabolic acidosis, respiratory acidosis, and that causes redistribution of blood flow to the vital organs. And that can result in decreased cardiac output, decreased oxygen consumption, and bradycardia. There is fetal heart rate variability, it can increase, transiently it can increase, and when there is hypoxemia for a long time, it can cause decreased variability and late distillation can be caused. And that is the decompensated state. This is the normal CTG. So here, as you can see, this is a normal CTG. I don't have actual graph at present. That actually many CTG were recorded, but that has been submitted to the record section along with the file. We will try to recover the CTG of the previous patient admitted, and then we will show you later on. But at present, I am not able to get any CTG recording because they have been submitted along with the file of the patient. So, in any CTG, this upper part represents the fetal, and this is the maternal. This is the tachograph. Okay, this will monitor the uterine contraction. The graph will monitor the uterine contraction, and it is measured in mmHg. And the upper part is the fetal heart rate. Here you can see this is 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Okay. And this is the fetal heart rate that is being recorded. Normally CTG is recorded for 20 minutes. So तुम लोग ये this axis represents the time. Okay. How you will see the time? Time कैसे पता करेगा? Axis में time कैसे पता होगा? कितना एक small square कितना time बता रहा है? कैसे पता करेगा? हाँ, कैसे पता होगा? How अगर तुम्हारे सामने graph है, तो how you can tell कि एक small box represents how many seconds or minutes? हाँ, कैसे पता होगा? अपने आप. There is certain speed of the graph. Okay, हमेशा in every graph there is speed written at the baseline. See, कहाँ पे लिखा है? कहाँ लिखा है? कहीं पे anywhere speed written on this graph? Yes, 1 centimeter per minute. तो इस ग्राफ को देख के ज़्यादा अच्छा पता कर पाओगे, उसमें तो नहीं होगा. थोड़ा पास में आ जाओ तुम लोग. वो तो ठीक है वहीं रहो, लास्ट में मैं दिखा दूंगी। अब मैं दूर से बता रही हूँ, लास्ट में तो पास में दिखा दूंगी, वहां पे मशीन भी दिखाया जाएगा, ठीक है। तो नॉर्मली this two small boxes are taken as 1 centimeter, ठीक है। 2 small boxes are taken as 1 centimeter, तो 1 centimeter 1 minute, ठीक। 1 minute में कितने सेकेंड्स होते हैं? 60 seconds. That means one small box represents 30 seconds. On half of that small box will be 15 seconds. Okay. This total is 30 seconds. This much is 60 seconds. So half of 60 is 30 seconds. And half of this is 15 seconds. So you will see कि normally acceleration deceleration कब, when we call it as acceleration or deceleration, I will tell you later on. तो normally ऐसे general के लिए सुन लो कि for good acceleration we say it should last for more than 15 seconds. It should be more than 15 beats per minute. Okay. So if you just see this, this is lasting for more than the half of the small square. देखिए half तो already cover हो गया है इसका. लास्टिंग फॉर मोर देन 15 सेकेंड्स, ऑलमोस्ट 30 सेकेंड्स ही हो जा रहा है, ठीक है। एक पूरा स्मॉल स्क्वायर ही हो जा रहा है। एंड कितना बीट से हुआ? कितना बीट्स हुआ? ये 100 बीट्स है, ये 120 है। दैट मीन्स कि 1 बिग स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 10 बीट्स पर मिनट। ओके, नहीं, दिस इज 100, दिस इज 120, मतलब दिस इज 110, ठीक है। तो 1 big square is 10 beats per minute. That means 1 small square is 5 beats per minute. So acceleration to be called as good acceleration, it should cover 3 small boxes. That is 5, 5, 5, 15 beats per minute. That means this is a good contraction. 1, 2, 3. Already it has covered 3 boxes. It has crossed 3 boxes. That is, this acceleration is lasting for more than 15 seconds and it is more than 15 beats per minute. ठीक है, ये जनरल आइडिया रखो, बाकी डिटेल अभी पढ़ाएंगे, ठीक। एंड देयर शुड बी बीट टू बीट वेरिएबिलिटी। ओके, तो x axis represents the time and y axis represents the beat to beat variability, that is fetal heart rate. How you will calculate? First you will see the rate of the, it can change many times. There will be written 3 centimeter per minute, ठीक है। there can be 3 centimeters, rate can be more. If you don't know the speed, you can misjudge the CTG. That's why first you have to see the rate, then calculate everything. Or for beats per minute of fetal heart rate, you can calculate from this. It is written, properly written over here. No maths or science over here. What basic things we see in a CTG? That is a baseline rate. There is a baseline rate. How you will calculate a baseline rate? सपोज ये वाले में, इसमें तो बहुत सारे ऐसे ऐसे दिख रहे हैं, ये बहुत सारे हैं। हाउ यू विल से कि बेसलाइन क्या है? यहाँ पे चेंज हो रहा है, ऊपर नीचे चेंज हो रहा है। जस्ट कीप से प्लेन पेपर ओवर हेयर, कहाँ पे कोइंसाइड सब मैक्सिमम जो मीन जहाँ पे आ रहा है, दैट विल बी नोन एज और टेकन एज द बेसलाइन, ठीक है। तो सपोज दिस वन, ये जैसे ये बहुत सारे हो रहे हैं, तो ये यहाँ पे इसका बेसलाइन है। इफ यू ड्रॉ सिंगल लाइन क्रॉसिंग ऑल द fetal heart rate tracing, it will correspond to around this where it is corresponding around 140 145 beats per minute. This is the baseline. Okay, so the first and foremost thing is baseline. What you see? Baseline of the fetal heart rate, then baseline variability. There is a variability. This is not a single line. Okay, this can be a single line, but is not a single line. अगर single line होगा तब भी तो तुम्हें 140 बोलोगे, और अगर variability होगा तब भी 140 बोल रहे हो। तो why it is not a single line? Because of the sympathetic and parasympathetic stimulus, it is there is a variability in the fetal heart rate, and it is not a straight line. And third important thing is acceleration. I've already told you acceleration, and the next comes the deceleration. What is deceleration? I will tell you later on. So these 4 criteria you have to look in the CTG. इतना मिनिमम तुम लोग को पता है। तुम लोग को CTG बहुत डिटेल में नहीं आएगा एग्जाम में, ना बहुत डिटेल में पूछा जाएगा, लेकिन ये बेसिक चीज पता होना चाहिए। क्या देखना है, क्या 4 चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है। हाँ, और क्या मेन मतलब हाउ यू विल डायग्नोज की खराब सीटीजी है, दिस इज अ बैड सीटीजी और दिस इज अ नॉन रिश्योरिंग सीटीजी और दिस इज अ पैथोलॉजिकल सीटीजी. इतना मिनिमम बेसिक पता होना चाहिए, नॉट डिटेल कि एक छोटा सा डिफरेंस है तो तुम लोग को पता होना नहीं. एटलीस्ट एक्सलेशन पता होना चाहिए, डिसीजन किसको कहते हो पता होना चाहिए. एंड दीज 4 थिंग्स यू शुड. एंड दीज और चेंजेस इन द fetal heart rate occurs due to contraction, due to fetal movement and other stimuli, but I will tell you later on, like cord compression, like head compression, like any fetal hypoxia, any meconium strain, like due to all that the fetal heart rate tracing can change. In CTG or cardiotocography, we look for main 3 things. Not acceleration, acceleration is a good sign, but for seeing the bad sign, we see these 3: baseline fetal heart rate, baseline variability and deceleration. Baseline heart rate, that should be between कितना होना चाहिए normal heart rate 110 to 160. Okay, that is the normal range, 110 to 160. And baseline variability कितना होना चाहिए 5 to 25 beats per minute. ठीक है, baseline variability. And deceleration ideally should not be present, or if it is present, there are different criteria: early, late, prolonged, which one is present. And deceleration are seen according to the contraction. ठीक है. First, coming on to the baseline fetal heart rate. There is a mean level of fetal heart rate when the heart rate is stable, excluding acceleration and deceleration. We should exclude the acceleration and deceleration in the when we are calculating the baseline heart rate. We will not take the acceleration deceleration. Reassuring, it should be between 110 to 160. Non-reassuring, it is 100 to 110 or 109, and it is 160 to 180. Abnormal, if it is less than 100 and or it is more than 180, that is known as abnormal. Okay. Here the baseline is around कहाँ पे है यहाँ पे baseline, क्या बताओगे इसमें baseline कहाँ पे आ रहा है? This is 120 and this is 150. तो baseline कहाँ पे आ रहा है? 130 के अराउंड. ठीक है, इससे baseline आ रहा है around 130. अच्छा, when a tachycardia occurs, हाँ इसमें continuous it is around 180. ये 150 है, 180 है. This rate is different in this graph, तो उस पे वो मैच मत करो, तुम बस ग्राफ देखो. ठीक है, this is rate is around 180, baseline rate is above 150 or that is around 180. So what can be the cause of fetal tachycardia? There can be chronic hypoxia, chorioamnitis, sepsis, maternal fever, maternal hydatoxicosis, any arrhythmia, prematurity can also cause this graph. Heart failure, in fetal anemia, any drugs given to the mother, that is beta mimetic drugs, or maternal anxiety can even cause this. What are the causes of bradycardia? Here the rate, as you can see, this is 120, this is 90. Here the baseline rate is around 100. So what are the causes of bradycardia? Post-dated pregnancy, any drugs given to the mother, arrhythmia, hypothermia, cord compression. It is very important cause, cord compression. Acute hypoxia. Mind you, acute hypoxia will cause fetal bradycardia, but chronic hypoxia will cause fetal tachycardia. And congenital heart block in the fetus. Baseline variability. The minor fluctuation on baseline fetal heart rate taken on 3 to 5 cycles produces baseline variability. It should examine in 1 minute section. 1 minute segment लेंगे, उसमें highest peak and lowest row लेंगे, and it is measured in between the two. What is reassuring? If it is between 5 to 25 beats per minute, this indicates the fetus sinus is normally functioning. It is non-assuring when 5 beats per minute for 30 to 50 minutes or more than 25 beats per minute for 15 to 20 minutes. When it is called as abnormal, if the variability is less than 5, या variability बहुत कम हो जाए या बहुत ज़्यादा variability हो, that is taken as abnormal. Less than 5 beats per minute for more than 50 minutes or more than 25 beats per minute for more than 25 minutes. This time ये सब तुम लोग को इतना याद नहीं रखना है, ठीक है, बस रेंज मेन याद रखो 5 to 25, ठीक है, इतना ये सब नहीं याद रखना है तुमको. बस इससे ज्यादा कम होगा, इससे ज्यादा होगा तो डेट विल बी एबनॉर्मल। ठीक है, इतना बस, इतना डिटेल में नहीं याद रखना है। एब्सेंट वेरिएबिलिटी, देयर इज नो वेरिएशन, दिस इज स्ट्रेट लाइन, दिस इज अ मिनिमल वेरिएशन लेस देन 5 बीट्स पर मिनट, बिल्कुल जस्ट हल्का 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 वेरिएशन है। दिस इज मॉडरेट वेरिएशन, दिस इज नॉर्मल, एंड दिस इज मार्क वेरिएशन, दिस इज मोर देन नॉर्मल वेरिएशन। ओके, तो ये बेसिक जस्ट दिखाने के लिए, क्योंकि समझ नहीं आएगा कैसे वेरिएबिलिटी बोलते हैं। दिस इज रिड्यूस वेरिएबिलिटी। When reduced variability can occur due to hypoxia, drugs, extreme prematurity, sleep, CNS abnormality in the fetus. Baseline variability occurs due to parasympathetic effects, the short-term variability, while the long-term is more sympathetic. The sympathetic main है और parasympathetic बीच-बीच में उसको slow down करता है। CNS problem or drugs can reduce the variability. Higher gestation increases the variability. How the gestational age increases and the variability of the fetal heart rate increases. Mild hypoxia can cause both sympathetic and parasympathetic stimulation. Here the variability is less than 5 beats per minute for more than 30 to 50 minutes. So long. This will be abnormal. क्या बोला abnormal में? More than 50 minutes अगर less than 5 beats per minute हुआ तो this CTG is abnormal. What is acceleration? As I already told you, it should last for more than 15 beats per minute. So last for more than 15 seconds and should be more than 15 beats per minute above the baseline. And there should be at least 2 acceleration in 15 नहीं, normally we say 20-minute CTG or CTG graph. There should be 2 acceleration for a good CTG or reassuring CTG. Always reassuring when present, may not occur when fetus is sleeping. Whenever fetal movement occurs or fetus, if we stimulate the fetus, there should be acceleration. If it is not occurring, there is some problem. This is the acceleration. एक्सेशन ऑलरेडी उस ग्राफ में दिखा चुकी हूँ मैं, यहाँ पे भी है, अभी दिखा दूंगी लास्ट में तुम लोग को। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा रेट नॉट रिटन बट हियर बस ऐसे बेसिक बता दूँ। ये ऑब्वियसली तुम्हारा 15 बीट से ज़्यादा है। ठीक है, ये 150 है, दिस इज 150, दिस इज 160, 170, 180। तो दिस इज 10 का है वेरिएशन। ओके, तो 10-20 अराउंड 20 बीट्स पर मिनट ये हो रहा है, और रेट यहाँ पे लिखा नहीं है तो इस बीच में वो रेट नहीं ले सकते हैं, बट नॉर्मली अगर हाफ मिनिमम तो तुम्हारा 15 सेकेंड्स हो गई। नॉर्मली 2 रेट होते हैं, या तो 1 सेंटीमीटर पर मिनट होगा या तो 3 सेंटीमीटर पर मिनट होगा। ठीक है, तो 3 सेंटीमीटर पर मिनट में भी ये ज़्यादा ही हो जा रहा है। ठीक है, 1 2 3 तब भी 15 सेकेंड्स क्रॉस कर ही जा रहे हैं। ठीक है, तो दिस विल बी टेकन एज गुड एक्सेलरेशन, एंड देयर आर 1 2 3 acceleration, more than 3 acceleration actually. This is the reassuring CTG. Now coming on to the most important topic in CTG, that is deceleration. This transient slowing of fetal heart rate below the baseline level of more than 15 beats per minute. Same thing but opposite. ठीक है, lower down, less than the baseline heart rate. When the heart rate is dropping for more than 15 beats per minute below the baseline and lasting for more than 15 seconds, that is will be known as deceleration. There are different types of deceleration. This is early deceleration, variable deceleration, and late deceleration. Early deceleration normally occurs due to head compression. Variable deceleration normally occurs in the umbilical cord compression, and late deceleration normally occurs in uteroplacental insufficiency. Now coming on to early deceleration, it mirrors the contraction. Okay, whenever there is a contraction there will be deceleration. Okay, it will start with the contraction, यहाँ पे start हो रहा है contraction के साथ, and it's the lowest point of the fetal heart rate will match the peak of the contraction, and when the contraction weans off or goes away, the deceleration also comes back to normal. This is the early deceleration. That means it mimics the uterine contraction. Why it occurs? Whenever there is uterine contraction, क्या होगा? Contraction हुआ, बाहर से contraction, it will compress the head of the fetus. fetus का head भी obviously compress, fetus compress होगा, fetus का head compress होगा, and after compression of the fetal head, it will stimulate the vagal nerve of the fetus. Parasympathetic stimulate हुआ, it will cause bradycardia. So this is not taken as abnormal. Okay, this early deceleration which mimics the or comes according to the contraction. Typically occurs as the head enters the pelvis or is compressed due to vagal response. Here you can see clearly, whenever there is onset of the contraction, the deceleration starts. Whenever there is peak of the contraction, there is a nadir of the deceleration, or that is the lowest point of the fetal heart rate. And whenever the contraction goes away, there is recovery of the deceleration or fetal heart rate. This is known as early deceleration. It just mimics the mirror image of the contraction. ये यहाँ पे ये ऐसे, this mirror image. But the late deceleration में what happens? It doesn't mimic the uterine contraction. It can start along with the contraction or just after the contraction, and it will stays for some time. Okay, it follows every contraction and exhibits a slow return to the baseline. Okay, it is due to fetal hypoxia. Is response of the hypoxemic myocardium of the fetus. Here you can see the onset is in when the contraction is already going on, and the nadir or the lowest point of the fetal heart rate is after the weaning off of the contraction, or going when the contraction goes away, the lowest point of the fetal heart rate comes. It continues after that also when the contraction is already gone, and recovery is very late. That's why it is known as late deceleration. Nadir of the deceleration occurs 30 seconds or more after the onset of the deceleration. Now coming out to variable deceleration, it is mainly occurs during cord compression. Show no relationship with the there is no relation with the contraction. The early deceleration and the late deceleration shows the relationship with the contraction, like the early comes with along with the contraction, late comes after the contraction. Okay, it goes away very slowly. But variable deceleration can occur anytime, like in cord compression. When cord compression is occurring, it can occur any time of the contraction. There is no relation with the uterine contraction. Here you can see, this is the variable deceleration, there is the onset, this is the nadir, and this is the recovery. The onset to nadir is less than 30 seconds. That means the onset to the lowest point of fetal heart rate is less than 30 seconds in variable deceleration. It is normally V-shaped. बस इतना याद रखो, V-shaped रहता है, ठीक है? Variable, V means V. Variable का V और V-shaped रहता है. और late में पूरा broad रहेगा, ठीक है? There is the time of onset of the deceleration and the lowest point of the deceleration of fetal heart rate, the time period will be more than 30 seconds in late deceleration. Late means बहुत लंबा रह रहा है, और variable में V shape है, short रहता है, ठीक है, less than 30 seconds. Now सब baseline तुम्हें देख लिया. early किस में हो रहा है? head compression, uterine contraction के साथ साथ हो रहा है. late किस में हो रहा है? fetal hypoxia, uteroplacental insufficiency में होता है, like in IUGR, it can occur in PIH, and variable deceleration occurs in cord compression. ठीक है? Non-reassuring variable deceleration कब कहते हैं? If it is biphasic or W shaped, lasting for more than 60 seconds, failure to return to the baseline, and there is no shouldering. If these all features are present in the variable deceleration, it will be known as non-reassuring. And if it is present in the less than 50% of the contraction for more than 30 minutes, or it is present on the more than 50% of contraction for less than 30 minutes, it will be known as concerning features. This is known as W shaped. This is the concerning feature. Bifurcation होता है जिसमें W shaped है तो concerning feature है. अगर if it is lasting for more than 60 seconds, that is concerning feature. And this reduced variability within the मतलब यहाँ पे deceleration है. Normally सब में deceleration में तुम्हारा variability अच्छा रहेगा. Here there is a proper variability in the deceleration, but here you can see there is reduced variability. Reduced variability in the deceleration. There is no beat-to-beat variability within the deceleration. This is a bad sign. And failure to return to the baseline. It is not returning to the baseline. It is decelerating and not coming to the normal level. This is a bad sign. and there is no shouldering. What is shouldering? Shouldering means कि whenever distillation occurs, at the starting there will be sudden rise in the fetal heart rate, and when the distillation fades away, there will be sudden rise in the fetal heart rate. At both sides there will be a rise in fetal heart rate. That is known as shouldering. एक shoulder type का present रहेगा. But if that is absent, here you can't see any shouldering. There is no shouldering over here. That is a bad sign. Here you can see this is a shouldering. Fetal heart rate increases, and here also fetal heart rate increases at the end of the deceleration. That is known as shouldering. If it is absent, this is a bad sign. Here, just a pathophysiology of the uterine contraction. What occurs during cord compression? This is the cord compression. This is the umbilical vein, umbilical artery, and there is contraction of this, and the fetal systolic BP increases due to the umbilical artery compression. Here you can see there is fetal systolic BP increases, and venous arterial compression occurs over here, and that's why deceleration stimulates the baroreceptor, and fetal deceleration or fetal heart rate falls, or the bradycardia occurs. This is just showing कि why it occurs. ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Cord compression में obviously umbilical vein, umbilical artery compress हो रहा है, stimulate करेगा baroreceptor को, उसकी वजह से deceleration होता है in cord compression. ठीक है? ये इतना डिटेल नहीं बढ़ा पाया था, जस्ट वो दिखाने के लिए किया है. What is the worrying sign? If the deceleration are longer and comes back to the normal later and are deeper, that is a worrying sign. ठीक है? This is a sinusoidal pattern. So there is no variability, proper variability, beat to beat variability, and this is just like a sinusoid. Waves की तरह है. This is a very ominous sign, very bad sign. कब होता है ये? Severe chronic fetal anemia, severe hypoxia and acidosis. Fetal anemia किस में होता है, कुछ पता है किस केस में हो सकता है? Hypoxia तो पता ही तुम लोगों को, cord compression में हो रहा है. अगर prolonged contraction हुआ या persistent contraction हुआ, excess contraction हुआ, उसमें हो सकता है fetal hypoxia, या meconium stain हुआ हो सकता है. In which case fetal anemia can occur? For example पता है कब हो सकता है fetal anemia? बोलो. RH की incompatibility पढ़ा है? That is the example of fetal anemia. Okay. In RH incompatibility, fetal anemia can occur. In that cases, you can see this. That is a very bad ominous sign. Now, normal CTG. If the baseline rate is 100 to 160, baseline variability is 5 to 25, deceleration are none or early or relevant deceleration with no concerning care. Why I have already told you the concerning characteristic variable में क्या-क्या concerning characteristic. If they are absent, or they are only early deceleration or no deceleration present, that is a normal CTG. All 3 CTG reassuring, तो normal CTG कहते हैं उसको. This is the different classification. When you will say reassuring, when you will say non-reassuring, when you will say normal. Coming on to the first point, baseline rate. If it is 100 to 160, 110 to 160, this is reassuring. If it is 100 to 110 or 161 to 180, this is non-reassuring. It is above 180 or below 100, that is abnormal. Variability 5 to 25 is normal. Less than 5 for 30 to 50 minutes or more than 25 for 15 to 25 minutes is non-reassuring. Less than 5 for 50 minutes or more than 25 for 25 minutes or sinusoidal pattern is taken as abnormal. Deceleration, already told you, reassuring में क्या-क्या लेते हैं. Non-reassuring में variable deceleration with no concerning characteristics for over 90 minutes. Variable deceleration with any concerning characteristics up to only 50% of the contraction for 30 minutes or more. Variable deceleration with any concerning characteristics in over more than 50% of the contraction for less than 30 minutes. Over 50 minutes contraction और less than 30 minutes के बोल रहे हैं. अगर 30 minutes में मान लो 6 contraction आ रहे हैं, ठीक है? 20 minutes में 6 contraction आ रहे हैं. अगर 20 minutes में अगर तुम्हें more than 50% contraction, माने कि 4 contraction में तुम्हारा variable deceleration present है, और with concerning feature, that will be abnormal. ठीक, इसका मतलब ये है. लेट डिस्लेशन इन ओवर मोर देन 50% कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, मोर देन 50 मतलब कि अगर 20 मिनट्स में 6 कॉन्ट्रैक्शन आ रहे हैं, हाँ, और डिस्लेशन इज प्रेजेंट इन 4 ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, दैट इज मोर देन 50% ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, ठीक है, इसका मतलब ये हुआ. फॉर लेस देन 30 मिनट्स विथ नो मैटरनल फिटल क्लिनिकल रिस्क, लाइक पीएच नहीं है, पीएच नहीं है, आईयूजीआर नहीं है, उसके अलावा अगर ये सब फीचर्स आ रहे हैं, दैट इज नॉन रिश्योरिंग. What is abnormal if variable distillation with any concerning characteristic is present over more than 50% contraction for more than 30 minutes or less if maternal fetal clinical risk are present. Late distillation for more than 30 minutes or less if maternal fetal, अगर रिस्क साथ में प्रेजेंट है तो थोड़े कॉन्ट्रेक्शन में भी 20 मिनट्स की ट्रेसिंग में भी अगर आ रहा है नॉन रिश्योरिंग फीचर्स या एबनॉर्मल फीचर्स, दैट विल बी टेकन एट एबनॉर्मल. Bradycardia or single distillation over 3 minutes lasting for more than 3 minutes, that will be taken as abnormal. If all the three features are reassuring, that will be normal CTG. If one reassuring and one non-reassuring and 2 reassuring, that will be suspicious CTG. We should start conservative measurement. If one feature is abnormal, like one baseline, variability and distillation, these are the three things. अगर तीनों अच्छे हैं, reassuring है तो normal CTG है. अगर one is non-reassuring and 2 are reassuring, 2 are good, then it is suspicious. If one is abnormal or 2 non-reassuring, that is pathological CTG. You should start conservative measurement and further testing should be done. In suspicious, we should inform the senior, instigate, start the conservative measurement. Take full sets of OBS, means ki you should get ready for the setup for the normal delivery and as well as the cesarean section. Pathological, you should inform the obviously senior, exclude any acute event like cord prolapse is there or not, any uterine rupture has occurred or not, abruption has occurred or not. You should rule out all these three things beforehand and then start conservative measurement and investigate why it is occurring. What are the further testing that can be done if the CTG is pathological? We can do scalp stimulation or fetal scalp blood sampling. If there is no acceleration, consider fetal blood sampling, scalp blood sampling, or expediting birth or termination of the pregnancy. If the scalp stimulation leads to acceleration, this is regarded as a good sign that the baby is healthy. Only continue with fetal scalp blood sampling if the CTG remains pathological even after the scalp stimulation. What we can do conservative measurement, left lateral lie, we can mobilize the patient, hydrate the patient or give IV fluid, reduce contraction. If you are doing giving oxytocin, you should reduce the contraction or stop the oxytocin. And we can, if any temperature fever is present, we will give paracetamol. Any infection is present, we will give antibiotics. You should think all these things when the CTG is pathological, like meconium stain liquor is there or not, oxytocin should reduce the oxytocin, if fever is present or not, any hyperstimulation or hemorrhage. The hyperstimulation means due to oxytocin, it can occur due to oxytocin, and hemorrhage means abruption placenta has occurred or not. Due to, if it is due to analgesia or not, or anesthesia or not, and rate of progress of labor, if there is obstructed labor or not, and other risk factors like PIH, IUGR, GDM, you should rule out. And scar means if she is a post CS patient, already once the section is done, there is risk of scar rupture. That's why you should think about all these things if the CTG is pathological. क्या है इसका mnemonic? Mothers. This is the bradycardia. If it is lasting for 3 minutes, start conservative measurement. If it is lasting for more than 6 minutes, prepare woman for the theatre or LSCS or instrumented delivery, continue conservative measurement. If it is lasting more than 9 minutes, transfer to theatre for LSCS and deliver the baby. This is a CTG machine, cardiographic machine. Here the fetal heart rate will be shown when it is attached to the mother. This is the TOCO transducer. This is the TOCO transducer which will be placed on the, where it will be placed? Fundus of the mother, uterus fundus. And this is ultrasound. Ultrasound, take ultrasound probe. This will be placed on the where fetal heart sound is best audible. Take this is the ultrasound transducer and this is toco transducer. Take দিল হ্যাঁ কোনো ট্রেসিং আছে এমনি খালি ট্রেসিং আছে কোনো ট্রেসিং নেই so this will be placed like this. If this is the fundus suppose and this is the best audible left umbilical left spino-umbilical line. Okay, this is like placed like this and how it is stabilized using this belt. তো এরকম করে এটা স্টেবিলাইজ করা যায় এখানে अटैच করলাম और what else you need और क्या जरूरत पड़ेगा इसमें ये डायरेक्ट लगा दोगे मदर के एब्डोमेन में हाँ gel. Okay, gel is present, that is a ultrasound machine, gel is present over there. You will apply a gel for the conduction, gel in between the transducer and the mother abdomen. Okay, you will apply the gel over there and place it, and you will apply the gel over here, place on the fundus. What is this for? यहाँ पे दिख रहा है ये वाला, ये कुछ marking है. What is this? This will be coming from this ultrasound transducer, this tracing, and this tracing will be coming from this toco transducer. And what is this? This is for fetal movement. Whenever the mother feels the fetal movement, she will click this. Okay, and it will be represented at this. Okay, this is the fetal movement. And এমনি খালি কোনো ট্রেসিং নেই কিছু भी যে আমি রেড দেখা যাবে কিছু भी নেই একটু পুরানো কিছু আছে বলছিলেন না ভিতরে রাখা আছে ঠিক আছে নেক্সট পেশেন্টের জন্য একটা করে রাখতে হবে হ্যাঁ जो भी প্রেগন্যান্সি পেশেন্ট আসবে হ্যাঁ 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 স্টুডেন্ট জন্য নেক্সট বার দেখানো হয়ে যাবে ঠিক here there is two contractions here and here and these are the contraction of the uterus contraction. Okay, and this is the acceleration of the fetal heart rate. Two acceleration are present, variability is good, and fetal heart rate baseline is around 140. This is the reassuring CTG. Okay, and later on we will show, when we will collect some more CTG, we will show you the actual tracing of the CTG. Okay, bas yep ache this is 3 centimeter per minute. This tracing is right? There is no acceleration in this, but there is baseline variability is there, and the baseline fetal heart rate is around 150. So probably the fetus is in sleep during this CTG. Because why it is not abnormal? Because there is no deceleration over here. And because why it is not reassuring? Because there is no acceleration. Okay? So if acceleration is there and there is proper base to base variability, and if there is no deceleration and there is no acceleration, but baseline variability is good and the baseline heart rate is above or between the 110 to 160, that is normal CTG, but this is not reassuring. Probably the fetus is in sleep. We will again repeat the CTG after some time, or hydrating the patient or ask the patient to move or stimulate the fetus. Then we will again ask for the CTG tracing. Okay? And when if there is deceleration, early, late, or variable deceleration, then we have to gauge that is non-reassuring or abnormal, or it's suspicious or pathological.